Oh, hey guys, welcome back. So today's a Hoya video. I mentioned in my Hoya propagation video that I didn't, oh my God, these babies, I didn't propagate. Oh, I'm sad. I don't want to do it. I have to. Okay. What was I saying? I didn't have time to propagate the Hoya Polyneura outer variegated Hoya Polyneura silver or Broget. And so finally, are y'all excited? I'm finally gonna repot it into a bigger pot. I'm just gonna put it in one of these self-watering pots and I'm gonna keep them in pond. I am gonna propagate these like all the way to about here. Like I'm gonna propagate this whole vine, but I'm gonna keep a few cuttings just so I can get a fuller plant, and then the rest I'm gonna sell eventually. How exciting. This is really exciting. Not only that, but after I repot and propagate those, I am going to go through the other Hoya propagations and kind of assess. There are some that like the leaves feel really wrinkly, and I feel like now I have to like check the roots just to see if it's rooted at all or if it's just dry. We'll assess together, guys. Okay, let's start off with the Hoya Polyneura outer variegated. She started out as one cutting. She actually vined from two sides, and now there's a third one, which I'm very happy to see. So I'm basically gonna keep this top one, and then these two vines here I'm just gonna propagate. I mean, I'll leave like one or two nodes just so it could branch, and then repot the whole thing into a bigger pot of pond. Just a side note, guys, today was supposed to be a plant tour video. I have started to work out again. So I've only done 2 days. So I did lower body 2 days ago. I did my upper body yesterday. And you know when you haven't worked out in like months and then you work out for the first time? The soreness is unbelievable. Lifting things hurt, bending over hurts, everything hurts right now. So I was like, okay, what can I do that requires the least movement? And so I just thought, why not do a Hoya video, Hoya update video, Hoya propagation, just because they're a lot smaller than my other plants. So again, guys, where the leaves are is where the node is. That's where the new growth is going to come out. So I'm just going to cut probably where my finger is, and then the plant will root from any part above point where I cut. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, I did it okay. So this was unfurling while I had her in my box, and so she was pressed against the edge. I'm probably gonna keep this one for myself and just put it in the pot with the mother. But yeah, let's keep going. Just kind of concentrating. Oh no. I didn't get it all the way through. It's like hanging by a thread, please. Okay. I mean, come on. What? It's so beautiful. Oh my God, these leaves are gorgeous. Look at this. What? So I cut that vine down, and so I'm gonna leave these two leaves, and there's probably gonna be a new growth point. And yeah, let's do this vine now. So I don't know if this one's gonna survive, but I'm gonna try. I think the other leaf either got smacked by something and died. I got this question about Hoyas and, you know, newer parts of the stem versus like the woody older parts of the stem. I honestly get mixed results. I know, like, I do have a feeling that once I chop this new part, just basically feeling the stem and how bendy it is, I don't think it's gonna make it. However, I do find when it's hardened off a little bit, like they actually do okay. And on the flip side, I have had moments where a really old part of the stem that's like woody has rooted fine. And so, I don't know, I just find it interesting. Okay, let's go. Oh, like, look, I don't know, that cream and the way it blends into the green, are you joking? That's like, oh, it's so pretty. Seriously? Oh my God. This is crazy. It's so pretty. Oh, there's one on the floor. Are you okay? So side note on like Hoyas, has anyone noticed there is literally a silver version to like every like basic Hoya? Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of silver versions. Ooh, do I want to cut this vine? Maybe I'll keep this one as is. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna keep this as is. I'm gonna repot this. Y'all know that she's been in this cup for like months. She's really taken over. I'm gonna put in this pot. I know she's not that much, like when you look, she's not that much bigger, but like honestly, I've run out of pots and this is the only one I have. Okay, here we are. So I'm just kind of pushing the cup a little bit, and then, oh my god, also Corey, I totally forgot about this. Corey from Hoya etc., because I got these 2 Hoyas from her, and she was like, oh, don't be scared to cut the stopper lid thing. And what she was talking about was this. So if y'all remember, this came shipped in like a tube with this rubber lid. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut it. Please, I'm a little scared. Okay, we did it. And sorry guys, I didn't show you the roots. They look good. Always a good sign when the pond is, well, the majority of the pod is just latching onto the roots. And actually, I think I want to add a little bit of pond at the bottom first. So I have my bin just over here, guys. Okay. Okay, she's in her new home. How exciting. And so, oh my god, I'm stepping on things. Oh my god, I forgot I was supposed to put some of these. If I dig a hole, okay, this is working. I basically like dug a hole with my finger, and I'm just gonna pop the cuttings in. I think I'm gonna return this to under grow light because I was experimenting with having this plant just relying on my south facing window. And I mean, she survived, but she didn't grow that quickly. Okay, so that's one. I'm gonna see if this one survives. Again, the stem is just so thin and like soft. I'm gonna pop you in there. I'm just gonna have to keep an eye on this one, make sure it doesn't dry. Maybe I'll put in 2 more. Okay, so I'm gonna put in this one. And this one. Oh, here they are. I'm gonna put under grow light. And then I'm just gonna really keep an eye on, you know, how much water I give them. We're hitting the maximum here. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna like check every 2 days and just spray a little bit on top of the propagations, because although the mother plant doesn't need it, y'all saw that those stems are pretty short. For example, these 2 over here, the stems are probably only going up to here. And if the reservoir, when it indicates that it's full, is only up here. Yes, the pond is still going to be moist, but like I said, with propagations, it needs to be wet. So maybe every 2 days, I'll just go around, drizzle a bit of water on top of the areas where the props are, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. Okay, so what we're left with, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 outer variegated ones. I'm going to do the same thing I did with the other Hoyas, so I'm going to use wet perlite. And so here we are. So again, I'm just adding maybe to the halfway point. I am trying to pack it in a little bit. Then I'm grabbing the cutting. Ooh. Oops. And some perlite. Like that, guys. Look how cute. Okay. I'm just gonna use plain water for these ones, just because in my experience, they actually root pretty quickly. And okay, we got one. Someone commented actually in my Hoya propagation video asking me why don't I just put holes at the bottom of these cups so they can act like nursery pots with drainage, just so I can like water them through. Again, knowing me and just knowing how many like plant chores and just how busy I get with other plants, I don't necessarily watch them a lot. And so by having like a closed system, at least if I forget about it, there's still a chance that there's like some water in the reservoir, and ultimately that will keep it wet longer. Ooh, this one's so cute. Okay, so yeah, that's the reason why I don't do it. Okay. I'm really just trying to push it down, guys. Oh my god, bunny ear realness. I'm also remembering as I repot these that there was a moment when I first got the cuttings where I thought maybe the cutting was not rooting, and it's because the leaves were getting wrinkly, they're feeling a bit like floppy. And so when I checked the roots, like they actually did have roots, but it was just like a very, very small amount. And I think now, oh my gosh, so cute. I think I'm just gonna keep an eye on these ones. It's happened with so many of my Hoyas, and I now know that it doesn't necessarily mean that it's dying. Sometimes they do have a small root system and it's just not enough to keep like the leaves hydrated. Obviously it's good to check to make sure. And I mean, that's what I'm gonna do with the other Hoyas, because I think it's been almost 2 weeks. Has it been almost 2 weeks with the other Hoyas? Okay, last one. How do we feel? Oh my God. Alrighty. So we got all 8. Now I'm just gonna put this off to the side. And now we're gonna move on to Miss Broget here. Okay, so super fascinating. So she came to me as a cutting with 2 sets of leaves and 2 nodes. So I cut that in half when I got it. I propagated them in pond. This is one plant and this is one plant here. This plant over here has pushed out 3 growth points. So the main one right here, this one right here, and then this one's new. The one over here, 2. So pretty sure this was the main one and then this one. So let's get to chopping. Okay, so we'll start off with this vine. Okay. Okay, I'll probably keep that one. It's so pretty. And I mean, the amount of silver varies. You know what? It's kind of giving me like Crassi Petiolata splash vibes in the splashing. Like, do you see that? Okay, so for that vine, I'm just keeping these 2 leaves. Let's move on to, which one? Let's do this vine. And like the other one, I'm just gonna keep these 2 leaves. Now moving on to this one. So, yeah, do you know what, guys? The Broget, I forgot to mention Corey from Hoya, etc. She actually gifted me this plant. Like, that's wild. And it was on my radar, but I was like, I prefer the outer variegated Polyneura, which I still do. And so, yeah, I was so surprised. Thank you again, Corey, for this. Okay, so I'm leaving these 2 for that. There are 2 more vines on this one. With this one, I'm just gonna cut 1. And then the small one, should I even propagate you? You know what, I'm gonna cut these ones and then I'm gonna put it back in the pot with my mother. Let's do that. Bam. Bam. Okay, here we are. How cute. Okay, so I'm gonna use this self-watering pot, put some pon. And then, oh, so because there were 2 plants, oh my gosh, I might have to cut the cup. It's not even, oh, actually, okay, we're good. Oh my God, these roots are great. Look at those. Okay, everything's dropping. Put you in there. The sirens are going. So I have 4 cuttings. Like, I wouldn't want to sell this with just 1 leaf, so I'm just gonna add it to my mother. And like the Polyneura outer variegated, I'm gonna do the same thing where I really keep an eye on the watering. Okay, I don't know why that one was so much harder to like pot up, but here we are. So the original plant, which was 2 cuttings, and then I think it was 4 propagations. We'll see what happens with this one. I'm just gonna water it through. Okay, let's do a count. 11. I have 11. You guys, I'm forgetting to wipe the counter after every prop and like, see, look, the sap from the Hoya. I mean, you have to like press really hard. Okay, guys, let's pot these ones up. Okay, see this one, because the leaves are really big, and I feel like this is gonna be an issue with like a lot of them. They're not staying in the cup, especially because the stem isn't necessarily like long enough. I have to make sure the perlite's like at the very top and then push it in slowly, pack it in after. Okay, let's try plant tape because it's still not stable enough. I just added plant tape just to secure it for now. Has anyone watched The Last of Us? I don't watch that many things, but you know, a lot of people are talking about it. I don't know how I feel about like the whole like end of the world situation. Is it even that? Is it zombies? I've heard so many good things. I know my boyfriend's not gonna want to watch it, so if anyone has watched it, like, is it a good one? Honestly, guys, there's so much out there when it comes to shows, like new shows. I just don't know what to watch. Like, for example, I'm rewatching Star Trek Voyager and Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Picard's coming out Is it this week? Is it tomorrow? I know Star Trek Picard had like mixed reviews, but I liked it. And like really every season had like its own storyline, and the storyline is like so different from like one another. I just love the characters, and I'm really excited to see like where the story goes with the next generation cast. Oh my god, I forgot to mention, so my Q&A, I didn't realize there were more questions and I just didn't see them. Like I was looking after, I'm like, I missed so many questions, so I'm really sorry that I didn't answer a lot of them. And also there were questions that I answered in the video, and then when I was editing, again, I'm really bad at reading and answering questions, so I didn't answer the question, so I just like deleted the whole thing. With this video specifically, it happened a lot, so okay, maybe I'll answer the remaining questions. Again, I might miss a few because now everything's like out of place. But okay, do you have any words of encouragement for those who have unalived favorite plant? That's always tough. That is always tough. I think as plant parents, you know, we've been through that, and honestly I think the biggest thing to take away from that is just to take apart like what you did or what you didn't do, and ultimately like we're all growing as plant parents, we're all learning, and it's kind of like a learning experience. If your plant is still alive, maybe take a propagation just so you don't like lose the entire plant. I don't know like how it unalived itself. And again, I'm looking back on the question that I answered. Do you have any words of encouragement? Words of encouragement, so I don't want you to feel bad. Honestly, don't dwell on it and just like learn from that experience. That's like the biggest thing you could take from it. Do you feel like caring for a plant collection has had an impact on your mental health? This is like a deep question about me. I mean, for me, I think plant care has impacted me positively when it comes to my mental health. You know, obviously doing a hobby that you love, absolutely love. I mean, despite it being like kind of my full-time job at the moment, regardless what hobby you're doing, if you love it, then I think doing that helps your mental health and how you feel. Oh my god, this question's funny. Did you know you are actually the physical embodiment of Mother Nature? I don't think so. I feel like if I was the physical embodiment of Mother Nature, I would be outside more. Fun fact, I don't go outside a lot and I'm totally fine with it. I like to stay inside. I like to be alone a lot of the time, which I know is so strange. But I feel like Wild Ferd is more the embodiment of Mother Nature. How did you get snatched into the plant hobby? I think I answered this before, like in another Q&A. Ultimately, growing up, my mom loved plants. She still loves plants. And so I was always surrounded with some sort of plant. Oh, these are starting to look so good, guys. Okay, this is the last one, and I don't know how it's gonna turn out because the stem is so small. One of my best friends, Alan, hey girl, love you, miss you. Him, and then this other girl I worked with, and her name was Letitia. They were really into plants, and like we would go on break and we would go to a plant shop on our lunch break, and the more and more I accumulated plants, the more I read about them, the more I was like, oh my gosh, plants are so fascinating. I need to learn more. So that's what kind of snatched me in. And then watching all the Kaylee Ellen stuff back in 2019 also got me into all this stuff. Oh my gosh, did we get them all? Okay, here we, ooh, they're gonna fall. Here they are. Okay, they're falling. Okay, again, I'm gonna put them under a grow light, and then we'll look at the older propagations. Oh my gosh, I was standing in place for too long. Like the soreness, you know when you don't move for a while and you're sore, the soreness is just like stronger than ever. Do you see me walking? Oh my god. Do you use Microinoculins? I don't. Or maybe I used it once. It's because I don't have like a lot of my plants in an aeroid mix. What is the most challenging plant in your collection to propagate? Okay, I had to like look to see. I'm gonna have to say anthuriums just because like I've only done it once in my life. I've only propagated an anthurium once. I feel like I've gotten a handle on like Hoyas, philodendrons, monsteras, epipremnums, syndapses. Like those are generally easy. Okay, let's look at the old props. Okay, Hoya insularis. They're generally doing fine, but I just want to feel if there's any that are flimsy. They all feel fine. This one's a little bit flimsy. So maybe I'll look at 2 and assess to see how they're doing. I don't want to disturb all of them. Okay, so we'll start off with this one. This is just a single leaf. And I'm just gonna pull it out. Okay, this one's fine. I don't know if y'all can see, mainly up there, and there's some down here as well. Y'all aren't gonna be able to see them, but it's doing just fine. I just picked this leaf. I don't know if it was a newer one, but it's a bit more floppy than the other ones, so I just thought I would assess there. And then this second one, actually feels okay. Let's look at the roots though. Yeah, you're good. Again, it's so hard because the perlite's sticking onto it, which is great, but the roots look good. Again, it's been almost 2 weeks. Okay, I don't know where I left off. I ate lunch and had to pick up something. Anyhow, I think I was watering these. Have you ever grown a large mature specimen in an aeroid mix? I think I'm gonna have to bring it all the way back to 2019 when I had my Monstera deliciosa. You know, those leaves got so big and, you know, I still really want that plant again, but I'm probably not gonna get one until I move into a house probably, or like a condo that's bigger. I mean, the next closest thing would be my Philodendron glorious. That one started out as a small plant in LECA actually, and then I switched her into an aeroid mix just because I want to see how well or how different the care would be, and I think I succeeded. I actually still have it, I just kind of beheaded it, and so it would have to be those two, I guess. Okay, let's take a look. I think there's only 4 Gadding. This one's about to fall out, so let's just assess this one. So actually, this one doesn't have any roots. Nothing. The leaf still feels pretty good, guys, so I'm not worried. Sometimes these might take longer than others. Yeah, it feels good. Let's continue with keeping the substrate wet. And okay, why don't we look at this one as well? Oh, okay. Look at that, guys. There are 2 roots. Look how short this stem is. Do you see those roots? They're the cutest roots. Okay, so this one's fine. Okay, now I want to look at the silver dollar props. So this one looks scary, but remember my silver lady? She kind of looked like this. Sometimes when they're subjected to a lot of light, they might present this way, but I want to look at the roots just in case, guys. Okay, I don't think these are new, guys. I think these were there before. I'm pretty sure these were there before. So in my opinion, I don't see anything new. Okay, just feeling the other ones, they feel pretty good. But I'll look at this second one here. Yeah, so a few roots, guys. So I think there's a couple there. There's one up here, and then there's one down here. So there's one down here. So this one is great. Okay, and lastly, I'm just filling up. Oop, and I'm just gonna fill the rest. Unless I see something really strange going on with the propagations, I don't necessarily like bug them. And actually this is fantastic, seeing roots on a lot of them. I think there was only like one that didn't have roots. Oh my god, it's really windy. Something just like fell. Okay, this is kind of the one that I want to look at. There's a silver lady in the middle that looks really questionable. Okay, continuing with the questions. How do you set up your moss poles with LECA? So I like to use a combination of filling the pole with LECA and also zip ties. I only started doing that, so I actually don't know how effective it is. There are spaces in the net pot where you could like thread a zip tie through and just find a place on the moss pole to secure it. And so far, it's doing a good job. Okay, the tequila sunrise. I'm just gonna check a couple. So they all feel good. Maybe this one. Okay, I'm gonna check this one. Let's see how the roots are. And it's fine. Oh, this is good. You see that? You should kind of zoom in just everywhere. Wherever it's focused, wherever the roots are. Look at these roots, guys. They look so good. Okay, so this one's fine. See, and this is why I don't generally like doing this, because potentially might break a young root after. I just want to share the process with you guys. I kind of want to check on this big one. They all feel good, but let's take a look here. Okay, I don't know if you can see the roots, but they're definitely there. Guys, do you hear that? It's so windy. Okay, look at these leaves, guys. That is crazy. Okay, let's move on to that questionable silver lady. So this one had 4 leaves. You can see, do you see how wrinkly? Compared to, kind of hard to tell, but that's a good one. Versus that one over there. It is pretty light. I can tell that it's a bit more dry, but let's take a look. See, nothing to worry about, guys. Like I was saying before, look at those roots, guys. So they're actually bigger than the other ones. But like I said, sometimes your Hoya, like look how dehydrated. It could also be because like there's more leaves to support. It looks like she's doing okay, so I'm just gonna leave her this way. Okay, this is the next one that is kind of dehydrated looking. Yeah, so let's look at this one. See, it doesn't matter. Oh god, it's sunny. Do you see the roots, guys? And I'm glad like I'm able to show you guys this because like sometimes when you see wrinkly leaves on your Hoyas, like I don't want you to panic. Like if it's a propagation, obviously your first thing when you're assessing a plant is what you see above ground essentially. And I'm just watering the rest of the silver ladies. What is one plant you bought that you hated growing? I'm just putting the Hoyas back while I answer this question. So honestly guys, I know they're beautiful. I don't like growing terrestrial philodendrons. So Philodendron gloriosum, I do not like growing that one. Philodendron plowmanii, and y'all know that they've grown really big. They crawled and got really big. Philodendron McDowell. I've come to realize I don't like the look, and just space-wise, it takes up a lot of space. Again, guys, because I'm getting so many comments about this. I know a Philodendron luxurians is a crawler, but I'm gonna grow up a moss pole because I want to. Okay, what's your favorite part about making YouTube videos? Honestly, guys, and this is gonna be like sappy again, but you guys don't even realize how much you've impacted my life. I don't have any friends that are into plants. My favorite thing is just hearing from you guys, reading the comments about your experiences with plants, and just talking about plants. Like, I guess the second thing that I like about posting on YouTube, what's your favorite part about making videos, is also like I have a diary where I can just go back, look to see, you know, how the plant was a while ago, and it's just really good when it comes to like reflecting. And yeah, again, it's like a diary. Okay, before I answer the next question, I pulled out two. You see the wrinkles? Feels okay. This one too, a bit wrinkly, but we're gonna look together. This one is rooted the most. Oh my god. Honestly, Hoyas literally root from anywhere on the stem. And again, it hasn't even been 2 weeks. I just can't believe. Wow. Okay, let's put you back. Okay, see, New Guinea Ghost is really doing her thing. Look at these roots. Did Future Kevin zoom in yet? No. Okay, look at these. That's incredible. I can't believe it. Okay, so overall with bin 2, we're looking really good. I am shocked by the New Guinea Ghosts. Okay, how do we feel? Okay, bin 2. Okay, there's one left. Okay. Wow, did you hear that, guy? It's so windy outside. Crassia petiolates, Nova Ghost, Archboldiana out of Variegated. Okay, I am curious when it comes to the Archboldiana. I only have 2. Well, let's look at both. Okay, so the darker one has 1. It looks like there's only 1. I don't know if y'all can see, but it's there. That's really good. Okay, I know we haven't gone through all of the third bin, but I am so impressed. I am so impressed. Okay, I jinxed myself because this one's not rooted. No new roots. Again, the leaves feel good, so I'm not worried. So we're gonna put her back. Okay, the Crassies. I mean, honestly, they all feel pretty decent. So let's randomly pick. Let's do you, and let's do you. Alrighty. There's not a lot, but there is one new root. It's there, but look at all those bumps. Those are gonna be new roots. Okay, see the same. There is one root. It's attached to perlite up there. And there's one at the bottom, right there. Okay, why don't we look at one more Crassie since I have a lot of them. This one is, I mean, still feels fine, but let's take a look, guys. Yeah, she's fine. Look, there's roots right there. You see that? That's amazing. And then up here, look at these roots up here. Like, those are great. Okay, let's do the Nova Ghost. So this was the top cutting that wasn't really silver. It is the floppiest, but I don't know if it's because it's the newest leaf. And then we're also gonna check this one. So, I mean, she feels fine. Okay, we'll do the top one first. So there is a root at the top. And it's the only one, so that is amazing. Oh, look at these. Look at those roots up there. Are you kidding me? Okay, there's only 2 minutes left on my memory card. Sorry if this was chaotic, guys. So yeah, I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm so excited for these props. Like, you know, it's only been about 2 weeks and they're doing great. I'm so excited about the Polyneuras. They're gonna do so well. And yeah, how did you feel about this Hoya video? And I guess because this is going out on Friday, I hope everyone has a good weekend. And yeah, if you made it to the very end, thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.